He watches a movie which depicts him as being responsible for the murder of his best friend, his wife, his other friend Morris Black, and his dog. And what's his response?
That day we talked a bunch and then arranged for you to see the movie for the first time.
That was the clincher. Then I knew I wanted to do this with you.
And how did you feel when you sat down to see the movie? Did you have trepidation about it? And how did you feel when you were watching?
Oh, enormous trepidation. But I felt the movie was very, very, very close in much of the ways about what pretty much happened.
You killed 3 people. It's depicted on the big screen for the world to see. And that was pretty close to the way things happened. And that was the clincher. That's when you wanted to sit down and do the interviews. That's not even an adoptive admission. That's an actual admission. Yeah, that movie, what's depicted, I admit that. That was close to how it happened. Just like it was an admission that he dragged his wife out of the hair when he said, that was close. Now, some people might say, well, wait a second, Mr. Billion. He's not the type of person, due to his personality, who's just going to deny things. He just says things. He's not really capable of denying things. Is he capable of denying things that are not true? Well, he also told privately his friends he liked the movie. I forgot about that slide. But is he capable of denying things?
And this made me feel bad about the movie, Andrew. I mean, the idea that I could kill Igor, I don't like.
The thought I can kill my dog, I don't like. The thought I can kill my wife, I'm okay with that. The thought I can kill my best friend, Susan Berman, yeah, I can live with that. The thought I could be responsible for the death of Morris Black by murdering him, chopping him up, and throwing him in Galveston Bay, I'm cool with that. But do not accuse me of killing my dog. Was he just saying this to Mark and Andrew because Mark and Andrew gave him secret hints to say that? I'm sorry, wasn't Mark Smerling wasn't involved in that? Andrew Drecke? Was Andrew Drecke giving him secret hints to say that about Igor?
Did he ever say the movie was inaccurate at all?
Yeah.
What did he say was inaccurate?
He was upset the way they depicted the treatment of the dog.
Isn't it true, ma'am? Bob Durst was not upset that the movie suggested he murdered 3 people, but he was angry that the movie depicted that he had killed his dog Igor, correct?
Yes.
Why wasn't he upset that he was accused of killing Igor? Because he did not kill Igor. That's why he was upset about that. Because he did not kill Igor. What does the defendant admit to himself privately? So now we've talked about what he's admitting publicly to Andrew Drecke, to Emily Altman. But what does he admit privately? When we're alone with ourselves and we're alone with our thoughts, we're often the most honest. So what does he admit when he's alone with himself, when he's private? Well, we know he's admitted many times how he frequently talks to himself. You saw him talking to himself. I'm not going to show you any more clips. And we know he sat down for this interview and he was confronted with this damning evidence of his guilt. He was shown the cadaver note. He was shown the Sarab letter. They were put side by side and he was asked, which one did you write? And he couldn't tell the difference between them himself. And immediately afterwards, after he's presented with this damning evidence, he goes into the bathroom. And what's the first thing he says to himself?
Some places my bag. I am going to go use the restroom, which is right here. Except that it's locked. Listen. Oh, someone's in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe this is the bathroom.
Yeah, that's...
You're right. This is the bathroom. There it is. Recorded.
To himself, after being confronted with this damning evidence, before the bathroom door even shuts, There it is. You're caught. What else does he say? Killed them all, of course. And why does he say that? Because you've seen the evidence. It's overwhelming. He did kill them all, of course. And how does he explain that? That tape is reality. Those are facts. What you heard from the stand was fiction. Wild, fantastical imaginations. How does he explain? Killed them all, of course. Oh, well, I said, they're going to think you killed them all, of course. But that part, you just can't hear. You got it on the volume. It wasn't loud enough. I've cranked it up as loud as I can on my computer, and I'm going to play it for you. And I've stretched it out to like several seconds before that statement. You listen to it with your own ears. I apologize. Yeah.
Kill them all, of course.
You'll have this if you'd like to listen to it again in your deliberations. You can listen to it over and over, and you will not hear anything before kill them all, of course, because he didn't say anything before kill them all, of course. It's patently absurd, the excuse he's given. It's the fiction of a fairy tale storyteller. And unable to face the reality of the audio, what does he do? Just like Mr. Milius had to draw those drawings from whole cloth to support a backstory that didn't exist. He needs to create words that don't exist. They're going to think I killed them all, of course. But they don't exist. And when he faces reality, that pyramid comes crashing down because it rests on one point, the testimony of one man who, I want to be clear, I'm not saying he's a pathological liar. He lies when it's in his self-interest to do so. He lies for self-preservation. And when I showed you that bowl of cockroaches, it's not to say he's a pathological liar. It's that when it comes to his self-preservation, you cannot believe a word he says because he has the motivation to lie, as Mr. Milius explained. What he says, his lies are inconsistent with the other evidence. His lies don't make common sense. What else does he say in the bathroom?
We're into something new. Something new.
You're right about that. What a disaster it was for you. Andrew Drecke was right. You did write that cadaver note. Yeah, when you get nervous, you burp a lot.
I'm having difficulty with the question.
I bet you were having difficulty when faced with the truth. What the hell did I do? Let's think about it. Is he saying, what the hell did I do in killing my wife? Is he worried, what the hell did I do in executing my best friend? Is he worried, what the hell did I do in killing and chopping up my neighbor? Or is he saying, what the hell did I do agreeing to do this interview where the truth was exposed and made public once and for all? What the hell did I do? You let the truth surface, you let the body be washed ashore, and now everyone can see it. You have admissions in 2015 to Mr. Lewin. You've heard them all, so I'm not going to go through them all again. There's many admissions in there. There's the direct admission when he offers to plead guilty in a way that he could only plead guilty if he knows the truth of what happened to Susan and what happened to Kathy. Why else is he offering to plead guilty if he doesn't have those facts in his head? That is an admission of guilt. Mr. Lewin directly asks him, have I lied to you about anything I've said here today? Mr. Lewin, before that question, had said, Mr. Durst, I believe you killed your wife. Mr. Durst, I believe you killed and chopped up your best friend. Mr. Durst, I believe you executed Susan Berman. Mr. Lewin said all those things to him, and then subsequently asks him, have I lied to you today, Mr. Durst? No, you have not lied to me. I have not caught you in any lies. That's an admission. That's an admission. There are many more. I'm not going to go through them all. I'm on limited time, but you can if you want, but there are many admissions. In 2015, he admitted his guilt on many occasions in multiple different ways. To sum up this case of what we have presented, beyond any reasonable doubt, who had a motive to kill her? Who had the opportunity and plan to kill her? Who does the crime scene evidence point to? Who believes Susan was about to rat him out to the police? Who kills witnesses when necessary? Who traveled to Los Angeles, staying in Beverly Hills at the time Susan was killed, and later lied about it? Who fled California immediately after she was killed on a red-eye flight with a ticket purchased at the counter? Who wrote a note that only the killer could have written? Who fled when the incriminating evidence came out publicly? Money, disguise, map, and gun in hand. Who admitted he killed Susan multiple times in multiple ways? One man alone, proof beyond any reasonable doubt. This man, reasonableness is what you bring to our system of justice. Common sense is what you bring to our system of justice. We implore you to use it in this case.